Hello, I'm back again. It's been a little while. Today I want to talk to you about taking action. And I wanted to just share with you an experience that happened to me last weekend. But before I do that, I kind of want to share with you just a principle, a law of action, some information I came across that I thought would be good. So I'm going to share with you this. It says this: no matter what we feel or know, no matter what our potential gifts or talents, only action brings them to life. Those of us who only think we understand concepts such as commitment, courage, and love, one day discover that we only know when we act. Doing becomes understanding. Vision isn't enough unless combined with venture. It's not enough to stare up the steps unless we step up the stairs. And that was Vance Havner. So why am I talking about action? Well, I was presented with an opportunity last week. I entered the speaking competition and I came runner-up, I came second place, but the first person wasn't able to represent the club. So I got an email that invited me if I wanted to represent the club. And initially I was a little bit hesitant. Now I know I entered the competition anyway, but you know, sometimes it can be a little bit daunting when the spotlight's on ya and the curtains are drawn and ready for you to perform. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go for it. After some thoughts and some deliberation, I thought, no, I'm gonna go for it. So went to the competition. Now the competition was an impromptu competition, speaking competition, as well as a humour contest. But my part was impromptu. So what is impromptu? Impromptu is about speaking on the spot, on the cuff. And you have to speak for a period of 2 minutes. Or speak up to 1.5 minutes as such, for a 2-minute period. And you don't know what the topic is. You don't know what the topic's going to be about. It can be anything. So it's funny really, because the essence of the speaking competition was about the unknown, facing the unknown. Okay, and so I tried to prepare, the week coming up. I attempted to do some impromptu speaking and tried to get my mind just very much programmed to respond in a quicker manner and a sharper manner, with the context of the beginning, middle and the end, and all of those things in place. And so when I attended on the day, there was 5 other speakers, all well accomplished speakers, been part of the Toastmaster outfit for quite some time. And I was lucky enough, shall we say, to draw the 6th draw, which meant that I was unable to see any of the other speakers, which I would have loved to have seen to get a sense of the competition. So I was the last person in. And when I walked up there, I thought, okay, Frankie, no expectations, just do what you do and just have a go at it. What the hell, just go for it. And the question was, where would you go to get some belly laughs? And immediately I thought of my friend Kat, who had spoken earlier on a humour contest, and I thought about her speech about A Few Good Men. And I gave the examples of, well, in her speech she didn't mention me, and I see myself as a part of that collective of A Few Good Men. And I talked about some of the things, the lengths that I go to be part of that collective, whether it be go to the gym to train really hard but don't get noticed. I go to church but don't get noticed. I go to Toastmasters and still don't get noticed. So I was drawing on all of those bits, and actually the audience erupted in laughter. They were in fits of laughter, and I felt that I had achieved the aims as much as I could. And when I came from the stage, my colleague and my mentor said, "Oh my gosh, you have smashed it. Where did that come from?" And it's funny, really, in essence, because as I've been trying to develop my speeches, I've been trying to work on my humour, which doesn't lend itself very easy for me. But what I'm understanding about myself is that my humour is kind of more spontaneous. So when I'm scripting my speeches, the humour's not making itself available because it's of a spontaneous nature. And what's beautiful about this whole process is that you kind of find stuff out about yourself that you just didn't know before, and had I not taken that journey, I wouldn't have known any of those things in terms of my humour, how it becomes organic, and also then in terms of my development of my speeches, how I craft that so therefore it can be a more organic, a more authentic speech. And for me, that was my little bit of gold. That was my gold that, that kind of revealed itself to me. And it was quite funny, really, as I said, because it was an impromptu speech. It was very much going to the unknown. I wasn't sure what the question was going to be, but yet still buried within that treasure, or buried within the question, was, the seat of my treasure, that I found out. And I would kind of put it out to anybody out there. Anybody that, you're scared of that unknown, you're scared of that place, of going to a place and taking yourself beyond your comfort zones, I would say, listen, take that step, because you will find things about yourself you hadn't known before, that you didn't even perhaps even believe was possible. And it's through that journey that you start to craft and you find a new sense of you, and your belief, the action that you take, then this enables you to conquer the world, literally. And it's a step-by-step process. It's not done overnight. But you will truly learn things about yourself, taking that journey into the unknown, into that forbidden place, into that place that you just don't know. So I would just aid, any of you out there, try something new, do something different, take yourself beyond your comfort zone, beyond the place that you think and know about yourself, to reveal another part of you. Alright, I'll catch up with you later. Bye.